Hello to my friends and my fellow souls. I am here to do a reading for you today about what is transforming in your life. We have different butterflies, which are each a symbol of transformation for each pile. They're little butterfly stickers. So for pile number 1 with our little pizza cards, we have this butterfly, this purple butterfly. For pile number 2, we have a blue, pink, and purple butterfly. And for pile number 3, we have this pinkish, purplish butterfly. Almost red. So we'll go ahead and put that there on the pile. So again, we have pile number 1 with the pizza deck. We have pile number 2 with the Wanderer's Tarot. And pile number 3 with the Kawaii Tarot, if you choose via tarot cards instead. And with that, I will give you a chance to choose your pile, and then we can move on to your reading. And I will see you there. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for all of the subscribers that have been coming into the channel. I cannot express my gratitude often enough to you. And thank you again for your time. Hello to my friends and my fellow souls in pile number 1. If you chose this purple butterfly, or the pizza deck here, then this will be your reading. I will put your butterfly over here in the seat of honor. And we will get started on your reading. So, we are looking at what is going to be transforming in your life. Looking at what's going to be transforming in your life. What cocoon are you in right now that is going to turn you into a beautiful butterfly. So there we go. Now that I've riffled the cards together a bit, I actually want to give that one more. I can feel like I can feel that. I can feel that there are some people who may be a little bit nervous about this reading as well. Transforming is a very exciting process. We get butterflies in the stomach, if you will. Am I just going to be the pun tarot reader channel? Because that happens a lot for me now. Oh well, I'll keep doing puns then if it's fine. It can be a scary process to transform certain things in our lives, but again, I'm hoping this will be more of a positive reading in general. So let's get a look at what cocoon we have right now. What is the cocoon at the moment? We have 2 cards. The 6 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so it seems like there's a new relationship that's just starting out. There is something that's just beginning. It's just in its beginning phases. It might be even more like a friendship. So I'm just going to refer to this as a relationship, but let me make it clear that when I say relationship, I don't always mean a romantic relationship. If I meant romantic relationship, I'd probably say it. Actually, maybe I wouldn't. I might just continue to say relationship because it'll depend on the person, right? So there's some kind of relationship that's going on in your life that's either just starting out or you've just had like a new beginning in it. And you seem to be very cocooned in this relationship right now. Maybe a very communicative relationship as well. Maybe like a lot of a lot of talking between the two of you, like a lot of a lot of texts, a lot of I don't know if people. I'm getting like email even, and the 9 of Cups. This is something that you really want. So there's a new relationship that is either on its way, or this cocoon that you're in surrounds some kind of relationship, friendship or otherwise, that you feel very close with, someone that you feel very close with, that you've had a lot of like pushing back of expectations, feeling like that childlike sense of like think like kids' tea parties and sleepovers and stuff, like having that kind of a feeling with somebody else. And there may be some nightmares about this as well. Like there may be some fears that you have in relation to this relationship as a whole, because it is something that you really truly want, right? So how is this transforming? So we have this cozy feeling, this almost like a crush-like feeling. How is this transforming? The 3 of Cups, and these all fell like that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take them. The Ace of Swords. I think I will go like that for this. And the Jack of Hearts. Very, very nice. So yeah, so whatever this is, there is going to be some new communication that comes in, even if you are just starting talking. There's going to be some new communication coming in, maybe surrounding friendship in some way, like maybe while you're all hanging out with friends as a group, or while you're just hanging out as friends. And it's going to deepen the relationship on some level. It's going to be some kind of an emotional communication that transforms this relationship. That transforms this relationship somehow. What is it transforming into, though? That's what I want to see. We do have the Ten of Swords here. So something is going to be ending, but we do have this new beginning in the swords. So maybe the changing of, like, a status from, like, the Six of Wands. Yeah, changing in status. Changing in status to something that you really wanted to see. Like, you're either becoming best friends with somebody, with the Fool popping out, and you can see Walgreens. This is a Walgreens deck if you hadn't noticed already. But with the Fool coming out, and I'll put these up like this for now. With the Fool coming out, we have some kind of, something is starting again. Like, you're either going to go back to feeling like you're best friends, like your kid best friends with somebody, or maybe an old best friend from childhood will come back into your life and you'll have a whole new friendship with them. Excuse me, I have allergies at the moment. But either this new person is coming into your life, either someone is coming back into your life, or there is a new person coming into your life, or I said that, and I'm trying to come up with like 3 different possible routes here, and I kind of screwed myself up after I coughed. I got nervous. Sorry. So as I was saying, I'll go back to what I was saying previously. Like, either you're gonna have like a childhood best friend coming back, or someone deepening a friendship with, where you start to just feel like so cozy and comfy with them, and like you can have like those sleepover style, like tea party style situations going on even more. And I kind of want to get, yeah, the Eight of Wands here. Okay. So there's a little bit of I'm gonna give me 1 second, because there's a truck passing. Okay, it has passed now. Sorry about that. There was probably like a couple cuts there, and I apologize for that. But what I was saying basically is, you're going to start to see whatever this change is. As I was saying previously with this, there's a new beginning within something that's either already there or something that's about to happen. Either someone new is coming into your life that's going to really push back your expectations and make you feel like a kid all over again. Like, I'm hearing like just feeling like you're back in like even like preschool or something, just talking to someone for the sake of having fun with someone without any kind of expectations behind it, just actually having that feeling of innocence returning. Or this is a relationship that you're going to have with someone who is already in your life, or you've already had this sort of a situation. And you will see, either way, a new beginning that comes in very, very quickly. It's coming very quickly with this Eight of Wands. Like, we're seeing a lot of movement. And although it may be something that appears to be scary at first, because there is going to be some kind of an ending involved somehow, this is going to lead to a new beginning almost immediately. Like, you probably won't even be able to blink before it leads to a new beginning. And this is going to be something that you're going to feel victorious about. There's like victory, success coming through here. So feeling a sense, maybe Victorious the show is something that would be relevant to you. I don't know how many people from that age group are here, but like having a relationship like they have on the kids TV shows, kind of a friendship. Maybe not romantic relationship per se. Ooh, that's too many cards. I'll take these 2, but the rest of these I will leave on the side here and see if we need them. With the Three of Pentacles, yeah. And you're also going to be able to see like almost like some kind of working with these people. Like, you're going to be balancing, this might be multiple people for some people. Like, you might be balancing certain people, you might be balancing certain relationships and stuff like that, but it's going to be something that you can work with these people or this person about. Like, whatever it is you have to balance to get this new relationship or this new deepened friendship into a state of working a bit better, you will be able to find the support that you will need. And then I'm gonna go through these. We also have the Nine of Swords coming out again, but we then have the Queen of Wands. Oh no, the Queen of Hearts, excuse me. That's the Queen of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. There might be, in this pile, there might be some people where, again, there's some kind of competition, like maybe one of you like makes it big or something like that, or one of you, or you work in the same situation and there's some kind of competition between you two in some kind of a way, or maybe some of the things that you like to do would be like a competitive game. And you're going to be, Or even if you're like working hard, if you find yourself in a bad situation, I'm hearing like this person's going to be in your corner. Like this is going to be a very supportive friendship. Like if you find yourself being like kind of beaten down by life, like if people are kind of like knocking on you or being cruel or something like that, this person or these people are going to back you up 100%. They're going to back you up 100%, even if you have nightmares and you just need to call them because you're not feeling well. For those of you who this isn't about a relationship, I would say it would be hard to say this was definitely your pile unless you're just reading the cards along with me. In which case, feel free to see whatever it is you'd like to see in it. But whatever the situation is, like even if this is just an emotional situation, I can read for that as well. Like if you're seeing like this new relationship, maybe with yourself, deepening, or this new outlook on emotion, although you may have been dealing with a lot of hard work in the past, and although you may still have a lot of hard work left to do, you will begin to see returns, and you'll begin to see yourself like totally managing your emotions with this Queen of Cups here. Like you will be the master of your emotions. I'm reading from these cards. It's going to be pretty impressive, the emotional work that you do if this is an emotional pile, especially if you stuck around this long. I really appreciate that. That's the Ace of Wands here. There's a host of new beginnings coming your way. Yeah, get clear on what you want for sure. Get clear on what it is you want, because if this is going to be a friendship or a relationship, get clear on what it is you want and think hard about that, because whatever this is, whether it's you or another person that you're deepening your relationship with, because of course learning about our emotions is deepening our relationships with ourselves. Whatever it is that you're learning, and whatever it is that you are practicing in this relationship is going to be influencing you for a really long time. So make sure you get clear on what it is you want and who it is you want in your life and everything like that. That will also free up some more time, I'm hearing, to spend time with the people in your life that you want to spend time with. So if there's a friend that you want to deepen your friendship with, you might have to take some more time away from doing some of the other things that you enjoy in order to be around at a time when they can do stuff with you. You may have to schedule some kind of activity, I'm hearing as well. The giveaway. This is also a big card. I would say this card is a lot for the people who are focusing on their own emotions, but also for people who are getting into some kind of deepened or new relationship as well. This card is about giving to yourself or giving to others without necessarily expecting a reward, like doing this out of the kindness of your own heart, being kind to others, giving love to others, giving perhaps gifts to other people, just out of the kindness of your heart, not expecting anything in return, in order to experience how it feels to truly give something away. And I feel like a lot of you have this sense of like still a flow over from, maybe there's some people who have just started a relationship around Valentine's Day and are just getting into the flow of it. If you are, then I am so excited for you. This is definitely going to be an interesting relationship. Get clear on what you want, because this is going to be a good one, I think. This is a very divinely guided connection, whatever this is. It's very divinely guided. Like almost like you two might have, if you believe in this sort of a thing, you two might have made a deal to at least meet each other in this life. And then with lightning as well. So I will go ahead. Again, flow reminds us to just kind of flow with the natural changes in our lives and in our relationships. It asks for us to just follow the bends of the river. Just basically get on the lazy river, kind of a vibe I'm getting as well. Like just sit in your tube and let the water wash you around in this big, beautiful infinity pool. And the lightning as well can bring change. It can bring power, but it can also bring pain as well. So I'm going to read from Lightning in the Upper World. The formidable electrical discharge of lightning bolt brightens the sky and strikes the earth, accompanied by the mighty sound of thunder. This phenomenon has a positive aspect. The light illuminates the earth and the psyche. But there is a destructive side as well. The bolt can burn and even kill if it's too strong. Yeah, so it's reminding you to give away rather than to give into any forces to try to push certain things. Like offer rather than tell, and suggest rather than demand. The forces of the upper world are investing their gathered energies, and we even have upper world right here, so this is a double confirmation on what I said previously about this being divinely guided connection. The forces of the upper world are investing their gathered energies to ignite you with new inspiration and creativity. Again, when it comes to this emotional process, giving to yourself and going with the flow of life, you are going to be ignited. This is a very divinely guided foray, if you will, into your unconscious and dealing with your emotions. You are doing the work, and you are being applauded for it on the spiritual realm, I can hear. Allow this divine gift of awakening to take root in your being and enjoy a renewed sense of clarity, passion, and vision. That's 100% what we're seeing. Your transformation, pile number 1, is going to be a renewed sense of clarity, passion, and vision. And that's just going to come through this whatever this is, this new relationship, either with yourself, with your emotions, or with someone else in your life. You are transforming into this beautiful, almost like a water or like an etheric light butterfly type of a transformation. If I had to put like visuals to it, is what I am seeing here. And I'm going to put your butterfly there just to remind you of how beautiful you are. No matter what you may look like physically, you are a beautiful soul regardless. And I appreciate that, as we are all beautiful souls. And it is wonderful to walk through a world with beautiful souls all through it. That's why I say hello to my friends and my fellow souls. It started from that. But anyway, besides the background lore, the upper world. Angels, divine helpers, the ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. It is a place where you go to retrieve your destiny and find out who you will become, discover your great potentials and undreamt of possibilities. It is also the place where the spirits of the dead arrive when they complete their journey to the light. The upper world is calling you to step into your fully realized self. See, as we were talking about with that emotional thing, some of us are doing like full self-actualization or shadow integration work, and they're getting close to the end of it. Of course, these things never truly end because we can always continue to grow, and that cycle is part of being in the flow, is recognizing that cycle. But clear distractions so that you can move into a higher destiny. Do not fall to the temptation to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. What you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is in fact the irritation that you need to take the great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. Ask your divine helpers for guidance. If the oracle has already spoken to you, do not ask for more guidance. Take what has been offered. Now you must deal with the lethargy and idleness. While support for a new destiny is not yet in place, a new destination is available to you if you act now. Yeah, so there's, for those of us who haven't really seen this new thing coming in, we do have like a landing pad for you here if you're ready to take that jump. And you can just take that jump emotionally by saying, I am ready. I am ready for whatever is going to come into my life. And it doesn't feel, and if it does not feel true to you, if it doesn't feel true to you, then you're not quite ready to jump into all this transformation. You might want to spend more time just wrapped up in yourself or with your close friends and stuff like that. But the thing is, this is going to come quickly, but it will come naturally. There may be some fear with the lightning card and some of the 10 of Wands and stuff. Like, you might have some of these friendships coming about by people just like showing up and being like, hey, you want to go out and have an adventure? You want to go to McDonald's at 3 a.m. type of a vibe? I don't know if I'd recommend McDonald's right now. I think people might be boycotting for good reasons. I'm not 100% sure, but just do your work on all that. Something with the prices and something with I believe the terrible stuff that is going on in Palestine right now as well. But specifically, I'm sorry to sidetrack on that. Maybe some of us are concerned about that kind of an issue, in which case I am with you on that. There are plenty of places that may be available for donation. I recommend you do your research on that as best as you can. I don't know if I have anything available offhand to be able to offer in that regard, but to focus on this specifically, whatever new situation is going on in your life, it may burn when it first reaches you. Like, remember, like when I don't remember which inventor it was, because I'm not necessarily good at remembering names, but the inventor that supposedly discovered electricity by tying a key to a kite. I think Benjamin Franklin, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. The key to a kite one, I'm thinking, like, when he touched that, it must have shocked him, right? But then that shock was like the doorway to a whole new life. Like, I'm hearing like the handle to the door that you're about to walk through may shock you, but it won't kill you as long as you are prepared for that. It's not, it's not, at worst, it could cause you a lot of anxiety. And I'm not really picking up on the upper world. Like, you're divinely guided in the sense that your guides, if you believe in such a thing, are going to protect you and make sure that you don't end up really hurting yourself in this situation. but you still need to listen to their advice. Like, don't jump into really negative relationships that could be painful for you or otherwise abusive. That's just a no-go from the beginning. Again, this is also calling to friendships as well. Don't jump into abusive friendships either. Don't stick around in abusive friendships. But whatever this new beginning is, it might shock you like a static shock when you get into it. And that can be a really beautiful thing, but it can also be pretty terrifying. So do be prepared for that in your future here. But yeah, all around transformations into some really, really beautiful things, very guided transformations. You're being, again, called to give away as much as you feel called to of your energy, both to yourself and to others. Be this in the form of gifts, be this in the form of communication, be this in the form of just offering certain things without expecting anything in response. Just doing the best that you can to be as generous and as gracious as you can be will help you stay in the flow during this time, as long as you remember to water your own cup as well. Remember that generosity needs to go to you as well. And with that, pile number 1, I think I'm going to leave your reading there. I am very excited for this new transformation that's coming in. Almost all positive things coming in here, except for maybe some fear and a little bit of the ending of a cycle, but nothing that we're not too familiar with the butterfly, the cycle of the butterfly, where it basically turns itself into a goop and then it turns itself back into this beautiful creature. So yeah, for pile number 1, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit and listen with me, and I wish you all the best on your journey of transformation. Thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time this finds you. Bye-bye, and take care. Hello to my friends and my fellow souls in pile number 2. If you chose this little butterfly, the pink and purple and blue butterfly, then this will be your reading for today. I unfortunately started recording this reading, but it wasn't actually recording, so I just went through a bunch of the reading without you, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to read you the cards that just came up, and then we can continue through and grab a few more. I'm so sorry about that, the trade for confirmation there. I think that was maybe just for me to hopefully describe these a bit better. So what we first got for you, the first card that we got for you was the Psychonaut. I also did want to bring up that for some people who might be concerned about getting pregnant or something along those lines, just as a brief aside, you need to seek counsel or get more in tune with your body. But there is a strong possibility of something like that happening for you. But besides that, looking at the cocoon that you were in was our first choice here. Was our first glance here, I should say. So these cards were the ones that came out representing the cocoon that you are currently in. Looking at what's transforming in your life requires us to figure out where it is you are in order to see how that is going to change. So for you, we ended up getting the Psychonaut, the High Priestess, the Sun, and the King of Cups. And I just said from the very beginning, I am so proud of you, pile number 2, especially if you sat through that train wreck of me trying to get myself back up to speed here. Thank you so much. Maybe I'm being hard on myself, but still. Whatever it is that you've been doing, this internal work, either psychological work, dealing with your emotions one way or another, doing this internal work, whether you're doing it from a spiritual perspective or you're doing it from a concrete, like, psychological perspective, you have gained this sense of finding beauty in things that you weren't previously able to find beauty in. And this has led to you becoming a much more emotionally stable person. Like, I cannot commend you enough on the work that you have done, pile number 2. It is such a pleasure to see piles like this when I'm doing readings, because I really know I can get down to brass tacks with this pile, basically. So if that doesn't sound like you, if that doesn't feel like your cocoon, then you might want to pick another pile or check out another reading. But specifically speaking, in this pile, for people who are here for this, I again, I'm so proud of you, and I hope that you can see some of the benefits that you have been seeing here. I really, truly hope that you can see some of these things. Even just in the cocoon itself, I am so, so proud of you for building a cocoon where it is based around your own emotional stability, about filling your own cup. Like, that is such a treasure. It is, I'm hearing, it's such an achievement, and the spiritual realm is genuinely congratulating you on that. So for busting out of that cocoon, what we're transforming into has been represented by the Two of Wands in reverse, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. What we're looking at here is going to be an up-leveling. You're going to be able to start looking out at things that previously scared you, or that do still scare you. You're going to have the courage to really look those things in the face and decide, in general, whether you want them in your life, whether you want to pursue them, whether you don't want to pursue them. And as we can see here, we have this Eight of Wands and this King of Swords, which both have like a similar face going on with them. This guy's even looking up towards the King of Swords here. So you are moving, and this guy over here looking down is the Fool in this deck, because we have the Fool and the Psychonaut, and then we have, I believe, the Shaman and the High Priestess. And in this particular deck, with those two options, this would be the Fool. So you're going from this new beginning, this new journey that you've been going on, either spiritually, psychologically, or whatever you've been delving into, that you found that there's light even in the darkest places, and been able to fill your cup from that. You're moving from that place into an even better one. You are arming yourself. Even if you felt stuck recently, and this is where the reading ended up cutting off, because we had the Ace of Wands with these new passions and stuff coming in. Even if you felt stuck recently, you are unbinding yourself from that. And I said previously in a reading that with this card, that someone might want to take that sword with them, the one that she's cutting away the bonds with, because that can be very useful to have with you. And here we have, it's not exactly the same sword depending on the way that it's positioned, but we have the King of Swords who is holding his sword, as if to say, this is the thing that cut my bonds free. You're transforming into someone that can share this wisdom with other people. I'm hearing you're turning into someone that maybe like almost like a teacher vibe I'm getting. Like some of you might be studying psychology and looking into going into therapy or something along those lines, or some of you might already be there, and you are really up-leveling your practice in a way. And if you're not in that kind of a thing, then whatever it is, you are still up-leveling your practice in a way. You are becoming more decisive. You're becoming more of the person that you want to be, the person that thus you are meant to be. And you're taking with you the tools that you've gained. And I'm going to turn this back upside down again, because we're representing this already being free, especially with the Knight of Swords. Like you get out of there, you jump on your horse, you grab your sword, and you go claim your crown, basically. Whatever made you feel stuck, you're just passing by those things with ease and with grace now, is part of this transformation for you. And with the Ten of Pentacles, you are going to be so freaking happy too. Again, there's something about this that just seems better to me than it did the last time I saw this card. The last time I saw this card, this guy seemed a little bit upset. But I don't think he's really all that upset. Like, he's laughing. Like, that might be, one of those people might be one of his kids or something like that. The kid sharing with the dog, the couple that's all happy here, the guy, all this wealth that's surrounded in this scenario here. You're bringing something through that you're working on psychologically that's going to mean a lot of stability and financial abundance for you. Be this like by just being able to do better at your job, be this with new ideas at your job, be this with being able to just feel more comfortable in the world around you. But something is changing. You're transforming, really. And the Ace of Swords too. Yeah, there's that sword with the crown. We were just talking about going to reclaim your crown. God dang. Anything else for this transformation? I'm hearing no. I'm hearing no on that. Yeah. So I will go ahead and I will move over to these cards now. These Oracle cards. Yeah, you have a crown that you're about to be picking up here. You are becoming like the ruler of your life in a very important way. And that's going to be something really magnificent to see, I think, pile number 2. That's going to be something really incredible. Truly, truly great. Very, very excited for you. I don't normally see stuff like this, honestly. This is someone who's already done a lot of work, and I am very, 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 very impressed and proud. Yeah, lightning coming down again. Maybe some of us are either coming back or allowed for the previous reading to deepen their knowledge a little bit. I'm definitely getting like some people were maybe not being tested on the first pile, but we're just like setting up some of the things that we're going through, or maybe they're both relevant to you. Perhaps this new relationship is going to be something that allows for you to in reference to pile number 1, perhaps this the new relationship that was in pile number 1 will allow for this deepening of a sense of your own life here. And soul retrieval, yeah, that's your crown right there, is figuring out your purpose and your destiny. I'm feeling this one. The Heart of Sky. Yeah, the Heart of Sky talks about being able to channel divine energy and knowing that from source there is no bad or good. So getting clear on what you want is going to be your power here, and being able to use that sword in a way that doesn't hurt other people as well, because lightning can either illuminate or it can kill, and you can use the sword either to protect or to kill. You can parry, or you can slash. You can do all sorts of things with a sword, and swords also represent communication. Words can be used to hurt or to heal. So retrieving your soul is going to mean that you will, and of course retrieving your soul is going to be like a complicated concept to most people, right? But retrieving the essence of who you are, and even if you don't believe in retrieving the essence of who you are, discovering who you are over this King of Wands, discovering who it is you are and setting boundaries around it, being the authority in your life, is going to be something that's going to be relevant for you here. Because with this soul retrieval card, it's really calling for you to try to focus on... Give me a second, and then I'm going to take a sip of my soda and try to formulate those words as best as I can. This soul retrieval card is calling for you to focus on who you want to be versus who you've been expected to be, and to choose who you want to be. And with this lightning card, again, you can use that sword, you can use that ability to be who you want to be in a cruel way, or you can use it in a way that helps illuminate others, that helps illuminate people's paths in order to encourage them, or to the point where they are now able to shine their own light and they are able to dance with the beat of their own drum versus following everybody else's expectations. And even if you are following all of the expectations, you're still going to have I'm still sensing some kind of uniqueness about this pile with this spark of lightning. Like there's something that you're going to bring that's just going to really help people, because you are a conduit for source, this pile. Whether you believe it or not, you are a conduit for source, and you being as decisive as you are means that you are going to be part of source's compass in a way. Like you are part of that divine compass that helps decide, like, judiciate certain things for people, and you deciding how this source can be either good or bad and distributing it appropriately is what keeps this lightning from being a killing force, and it keeps it as an illuminating force. And that's something that is being transformed here. That's something that you're going to be seeing in your life, is being able to wield this tool, this almost weapon, if you will, of your intellect and your psyche and all of these things that you've been working on in such a way where you are now equipped to be almost like an emotional surgeon, I'm hearing, or like a spiritual or psychological surgeon, if you will. Big vibes for people who are studying psychology in this pile. Big vibes for that. For those of us who aren't, that's fair too, because we definitely see you being the authority on your life in a way, and also being able to communicate a lot better than usual. There's definitely a rise in communication with all these swords and in passion. So yeah, this is for pile number 2. This is going to be your reading. I have seen some incredible things in here. You are up leveling even more, and you are, for all the hard work that you have been doing, Source, the Heart of Sky, is handing you a crown to crown you for all of the achievements that you have been accomplishing, to offer you the seat of rulership in your life and in your soul, in order to make sure that you can self-actualize as efficiently and as honestly, as with as much integrity as you can manage. And with that, I will close out your pile number 2. I very much appreciate you spending the time with me. Remember, I do have personal readings available if that is something that you are interested in. But that's always available at the top of the description. So mostly I just want to say thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. I really hope that this reached you well. I hope that this new transformation, I'm ready to salute you here, because this transformation is something truly incredible. And spiritual burp there for confirmation. Yeah, I am truly so proud of you. Take that as a message from Spirit. The universe is freaking proud of you for all the work that you have been doing and everything that you've been doing here. It's absolutely amazing. It's awe-inspiring. It really is. And you can take that just from me. So thank you again for listening. I wish you the best, and take care. Bye-bye. Hello to pile number 3. If you chose this little butterfly sticker with the red and blue, or not red and blue, red and pink on it. Now this is one sticker, and I'm already being called to talk about this with this pile. This is one sticker that does not have part of it connected to it. I don't know where it went, and I noticed it after I'd already chosen it for the reading. So I do have a gift for you, pile number 3, once we are finished. And you might have already seen it. I don't know if I got that too close. So if you needed a test then, or you needed a taste of the surprise, then I will leave that there. But I already have a strong feeling about part of this transformation you are going through with that we are reading about is going to be about gaining your wings. And I think that that's going to be something that's relevant here, but we will see how the cards come out. So for pile number 3, I might have said pile number 1 a second ago. I'm sorry if I did. But for pile number 3, what cocoon are we in right now is where we're going to start. So what cocoon are we in so we can see how this transformation is going to take place and in what areas? What cocoon are we in right now for pile number 3? Okay. A cocoon of hope. Maybe feeling a little bit stuck in you have a lot of hope for things. Like you might have a lot of hope for certain manifestations, but you're not really seeing a lot of change on them and you're not really sure why. Like there's something you're not meant to know here, or I'm not meant to know. Like if this is something that immediately, if you're stuck in something that you want to still have hope for, then this might be something that only you would know and that I can't know in this reading necessarily. But there is some kind of a cocoon thing going on here where you feel a lot of hope. You're looking up at the stars. And interestingly, we don't have any butterflies here yet. This deck has a lot of butterflies. I was hoping to see some. Maybe we have some in here. Let me look. Nope, just flowers with a kitty sleeping on the flowers. And that kitty, is happy to hang out there. So this is not necessarily as negative of an 8 of Swords being stuck. Like, he seems like he could just walk away whenever he wants to. He's just asleep right now. So there may be maybe some information coming in with your dreams or something along those lines, but there's something here that you want to manifest, that you're trying to put work into manifesting. But you're kind of being blocked from it in some way. And this is making you feel stuck. Yeah, it's making you feel a little bit unstable too. There's something that's making you feel a little bit unstable and a little bit stuck. Yeah. And you feel like you're maybe not in control of your life as much as you'd like to be. As well as maybe like some people around you that are kind of making you uncomfortable. Maybe that's what's leaving you stuck here. But there's definitely like some sense of people, maybe certain relationships, maybe some people who are just plain mean or abusive or something along those lines, or just people that you don't really know that well, I'm getting maybe. Maybe people that you know well, but people that you don't know as well as you think you know. Or maybe this did happen in an abusive scenario, but you're still focused on the hope of the scenario and it's not getting better. Yeah, there's some kind of a wish here that's not coming through, especially. Maybe it's a really strong emotional wish that you've put a lot of like work towards, like you've communicated a lot, you've made a lot of calls, but you still haven't gotten this thing. So, with that in mind, keeping it around like the hope and the wishing and stuff, because we have a lot of wish imagery in this. We'll leave our cocoon over here. And let's see what's breaking out of that cocoon. Let's see where we're transforming for pile number 3. I'm not going to go pulling at all of those because I'm nervous about that. Okay, and these guys. 6 of coins and 3 of cups. Beautiful, beautiful cards here. This is quite nice. So yeah, so we have some new things coming in here. I'll move this out of the way for the moment. And let's just focus on the king. Actually, let's just focus on the King of Coins for right now. So first and foremost, I'm definitely seeing a lot of security and stability here. I'm seeing a lot of security and stability here, and I'm sensing that there's new opportunities. Whatever it is that you have been trying to manifest is going to come in, especially with the Page of Coins as well. That's definitely like some good messages, some new treasures along the way. But you are going to find that whatever it is that you were expecting is going to be upgraded, I'm getting. Like with this 6 of Coins, with this generosity, with this huge party that's going on. And we still don't have any butterflies necessarily yet. Oh, never mind. Oh no, those just look like butterflies. But we have a ton of butterfly flowers, I will say. Almost like you're going to get your pick of the different wings here. But, there's definitely something that will be manifesting in your life that will be given to you in a way that is more than you expected. Like whatever it is you were waiting for, by the time it does manifest, you will end up having a lot more than you think you will, enough to share with others, is what I'm hearing. Like you're gonna have a really good time, especially around other people. If this is about a relationship, then that relationship is just going to be very stable and everyone will be able to like share a lot with each other. But if it's about more of like a physical manifestation, like something that you're trying to manifest in your life, then I would... We also got justice coming out as well. Yeah, if you're looking for justice in a particular situation, it will be meted out. This could mean like some kind of monetary benefit. This could mean if someone stole something from you, then you will be getting justice on that kind of a situation. With the Five of Swords, yeah, victory. You'll be coming out on top of any legal situations as well. 100% pile number 3. As best as I can imagine here, because again, there could be any number of legal situations that are going on that I can't necessarily. That would be a more specific reading, but in general, justice will be served. As I'm hearing in this situation, like whatever it is with these negative cards that were going on previously, whatever upset that there will be justice about it. The scales will be set right, especially if someone like stole something from you in a way. You will end up on top, and you will also be in a really incredible phase of transformation then, because you're going to have so many of these things that you previously were just hoping for, that whatever you were just wishing for is what you're going to end up getting. And I mean, get real clear on what you're wishing for then, because that's going to be really relevant here is knowing exactly what it is that you want. Yeah, 2 of Cups as well. If you're trying to manifest a relationship, then although this indicates like going inwards more than going outwards, if you're trying to manifest a relationship in your life, you may find, I'm seeing here with this little bird and the puppy, that there already is a relationship in your life that really matters to you here. But there's also a little guy in the box back there. So it's almost like even if you're trying to manifest a relationship, this gives me like, no, I won't go into that. There could be like a third party situation going on here as well, but not necessarily in a negative way, I'm getting. For those of us who are polyamorous, like maybe some of us in the future who are polyamorous, either will find a surprise waiting for them with like a new person and maybe someone that they already like knew or something like that, or finding a relationship and finding out that person is also interested in that kind of a thing, whatever the case may be. I do have a lot of friends who are polyamorous, so I try to read as best as I can with these very these couple-y energies can be read in a lot of different ways. So even if it's just one person, you may have a lot of different options available to you as well. Maybe if you are just close with a friend, you may have a new romantic relationship popping up out of nowhere as well, while you're just spending time with your friends and relaxing and doing your own thing. There's someone who just pops out of nowhere. And the Hanged Man, yeah, but just surrender to the experience of whatever's going on here, because whatever it is that you're bringing into your life, it's going to be something that's very stable, very positive. And although you may have to fight for certain things in your near future, some of us might be fighting certain battles, legal battles or otherwise. And this one just popped out. The Gatherer, yeah. Yeah, even if you have to deal with these battles, recognize that there's a lot of low-hanging fruit around you. Especially, oh my gosh, look. Like, don't these look like grapes just falling? This card specifically says start gathering and preparing for winter, starting with the low-hanging fruit that's all around you. Whatever it is that you can't win, you are still going to have like an abundance surrounding you in a way that allows for you to have, like, say these two are like, oh, we really like each other. Maybe we should, maybe not between, like, forget the animals. Forget it. I'm just going with this. So like, what if we were to date? And this guy's like, no, I don't know if I feel that way. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, we can still be friends and we can hang out. And they're just hanging out. And then all of a sudden there's this other guy in here who's like, oh, I really want to date that cute person over there. And that person's like in the background just waiting. And that person is someone who you would actually really like. So maybe while you're focused on something that didn't go right necessarily, that you could maybe transform into a more positive thing, there's something else that's waiting for you. Like we said previously with that 6 of Coins, with the generosity that's coming out, whatever it is, like, it's going to be fair, but you're going to be getting a little bit more. Like, look how he's reaching up and he's going to be getting some stuff. And this person already has their thing, so it's totally fair. But it's meted out in such a way where maybe you don't even think you're worth the amount of manifestations that are coming towards you, basically. Anyways, so a few more cards. You're going to be gathering so much in your life from all of the different opportunities that you have coming forward, all the different possible sources of income, possible all sorts of different things. Possible relationships, possible favorite new music. Just think of abundance in all of its different forms. New foods to eat. The hummingbird. And you get to choose the best out of all of those things. Yeah, so that's going to be nice. That's going to be nice. So you're coming out of this phase where you couldn't get whatever you wanted, where you were wishing for stuff really hard. And now you're just like a kid who gets a free pass to the candy store. Like, that's what's transforming in your life for you right now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pull out your, where did I put him? Yeah, I put him right here because I put the other ones over there. You're gonna be like a kid in a candy store. That's what the getting your wings thing is gonna be about here. And this is the next. Oops, he flipped over. Yeah, with the hummingbird. This is the other butterfly that I was called to give you guys. Hopefully the reading wasn't out of focus the entire time. But if it was, then I'm just gonna have to leave it. And we will have to suffer. And if you're here and this was really out of focus the whole time and you were just listening, I appreciate you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. You deserve all the good things in the world. I wish I could give you this sticker and stick it right on your forehead and say you're beautiful. You're a beautiful person. But if it wasn't, then still the same. Anyways, any other cards for pile number 3 here? All right. And Luminous Warrior. I think I will read from Luminous Warrior for this one. But yeah, you're going from being in a state of lack and just hoping for certain things, and then moving into a whole new era of being able to choose from whatever it is you want, just like flitting around from the best flowers and continuing to gather this stuff and saving it for periods where you may have a little bit less, but then you're still going to be living large in those lesser periods because you will have so much saved. You will have so much saved. Whether this be love, money, whatever it is, you will have so much of it saved up. So you will be able to manage yourself just fine through the winter till the next spring starts. And remember, when we're talking about winter and spring and stuff, we're talking about the cycles of certain relationships, the cycles of our lives, when we're more or less social, when we're more or less, we're putting more or less hours into our job, etc. Just recognizing those cycles and knowing if you're pushing through the winter or not can be really, really relevant in figuring out whether we're actually lacking certain things because of our efforts or lacking certain things because we're not doing it at the right time. Anyways, the Luminous Warrior. The Luminous Warrior has no enemies in this world or the next. He is impeccable in word and deed. He focuses on his light rather than on what hides in the dark. Since he casts no shadow, he is as radiant as the sun and can transform his most terrible enemy into his ally. His power comes not from the sword, but from speaking his truth at all costs. And remember, we were talking about, just in this card back here, we were talking about maybe turning someone who, like, turning a bad relationship into a good one, possibly. Even if it didn't turn out exactly the way that we wanted it to. The Luminous Warrior reminds you it is important to focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. I just said you're so beautiful. Do not be seduced by what seems to be wrong with you or the world. Remember that intention follows attention. So focus on your positive traits. Feed the light with more light until you feel truly empowered. Then there will be little need for action as you resolve all situations from within. And then the medicine says, are you being tempted by your emotions to follow your lower instincts? Are you being invited to enter into a quarrel with someone? Put the sword away. This is not the time for battle. Put your sword away, it says. Your enemy is not who you think it is. Do not act from a place of anger that will damage your relationships and hurt the ones you care for. Find the truth hiding in your heart that will affirm your instinct for peace rather than for war. Yeah, this whole reading is talking so much about, like, if you've had difficult times with people in the past, that is going to be changing significantly. Like, those relationships are going to become a lot more wholesome. You just have to kind of relax and let things flow. Remember that each of your plots, if you will, if we're continuing this gardening analogy, each of your plots, like emotional plots, like each person, each whatever garden you're growing with each thing in your life, those things will end up having different seasons at different times. So flitting around between all these different gardens with all your friends, these relationships you build with each person or with a job or with your life, with yourself, with your emotions, each of these things, you'll need to have certain periods where you just kind of let them grow and you just sit back and you watch your garden grow and you just enjoy that period of time. And for many of us, I'm definitely getting the information that this will be coming in quickly with the hummingbird, but also sometimes recognize it's not time to act and it's time to just relax. It's not time to act, it's time to relax. I'm getting, it's time to just go inwards and to focus on building these new wings of yours, so that when the time comes, you are ready to fly. And that is the biggest thing that I'm getting for the hope card, especially in the background. I really feel like this pile is people who really are hoping and waiting on manifestations that haven't come through yet. And I've felt that a lot, because trust me, it takes a long time sometimes. But if you give yourself maybe a week, a month, something along those lines, and see how much things change over that time, especially if you focus on the small, beautiful things you can find in your life, like making a list every day of beautiful things that you've seen, and then just feeling grateful for it naturally as you read through it. At the end of a week, you'll have, like, make a list of 5 beautiful things that you see every day, and then you'll have what at the end of I can't do multiplication, so don't get mad at me, but at the end of a week you'll have 35. You'll have 35 beautiful things that you experienced in the week. We did it together, boys. You'll have 35 beautiful things that you experienced in the week, and that can be something that's really uplifting, and that will lead you to the gratitude that will naturally pull these things in faster to you. Because it can be very, very hard to maintain that gratitude. I find it easier to walk the beauty way, if you will, which is another one of these cards. I don't know if I can find it for you, but I'm always reminded to try to walk the beauty way, because it is the way that allows for me to feel the most comfortable. It is the way that allows for me to feel like there are small rewards already in my environment, just all over the place. Here it is. And with Wild Woman right around that as well, and the Eagle. You're being invited to fly. You're being invited to fly wing to wing with the universe, with spirit. And you're also being invited to dance along with life. So that beauty way, just walking along in your life, metaphorically speaking, just continuing through your life and noticing small things of beauty. The sound of the rain, the sound of children laughing, a really beautiful flower that you see, the sound of wind chimes, the smell of the ocean, the sound of the waves, any of these things. I'm more of a sound person, as you could probably tell from my examples that just came to mind, but still, writing these things down, again, just 5 a day, that will bring you a lot closer to whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, because you will be so focused on the beauty around you that you will already feel as if you are living in that timeline, if you will. You already feel like you're living that life without even having to be living it yet. And that is what really raises your vibration to the perfect level for you to gain all of these things. So remember to do that if you can. Pile number 3. Again, thank you so much for listening to this reading, for listening to these readings if you have listened to more than one. I think I should probably close out and say I'm going to close out your pile here. But yes, I'm going to close out your pile here. I just know that I continue to talk after I say thank you. But thank you so much for listening. And I really do see a lot of really incredible things coming in for you, especially with this Justice card. You're going to start seeing some really, really beautiful returns on your investments. And although it may not seem like it at the moment, I guarantee you that even if it comes slow, it still has your name on it. Even if it's coming slow, it still has your name on it. And if it doesn't have your name on it, you weren't meant to have it anyway, and you're going to get something better. We definitely got the something better with some of these cards earlier as well. With the 6 of coins that I was looking for. There's an energy of just giving that's coming into your life, an endless flow that you will be able to use to whatever benefit you see, whether that's supporting other people or just succeeding in your endeavors in general. You will see a lot more brightness, a lot more fulfilling experiences in your life. And for that, I am very, very grateful to hear. I'm sure that you would be grateful as well, honestly, if you've been dealing with this justice stuff coming out underneath here. But just trust that you are someone who is capable of handling this stuff, because you already got a whole lot of positivity just to begin with your hope. Let's see here, the 9 of Wands, and with your 8 of Swords, the very comfortable cat that was just sitting there between all that stuff. You've done a lot of work where you've rested in the hard moments before already. You've really done the work to rest in those hard moments, and now you're being called to recognize that you are going to have a time of plenty coming up. Like you like basically like please be aware your time waiting will be up very soon. We just wanted to let you know ahead of time so that you could prepare. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm getting for this transformation. So thank you again so much for being with me during this reading. I very appreciate the time and energy that you spend listening to these. I really hope that this was helpful for you, or to you. I hope that this transformation is something that brings you much joy. I hope it brings you everything that you've wanted, and make sure you get clear on what that is so that the universe can bring it to you. Even if you do that little sticky note exercise, you just draw the things that you'd like to see in your life on a little sticky note and just look at that whenever you start to feel down. So thank you again. I do offer personal readings down below in the description if you would like one, if you'd like more insight into these sorts of things. We have everything ranging from like really, really short, like $8, just a few minute readings, like 10-minute readings thereabouts, to even longer readings of like an hour or so. And you are more than welcome to check those out at my Ko-fi link below. And thank you so much for your time again. I know I said it 3 times, but I appreciate it. And bye-bye for now, pile number 3. Take care.